In the city of Kawana, neon lights shimmered across every street and rooftop. Tay stood on the rooftop, working on his new graffiti mural. The bright colors of the spray paint pulsed like the rhythm of his heartbeat, all for Zola. Down below, Zola was busy with her music setup, arranging beats on her laptop, shutting out the world with her headphones. Every move she made touched Tay's heart, and he knew that one day he would have to confess his love. Will she ever notice? Or will my silent love fade away? Tay whispered to himself. Just then, Kaya climbed up to the roof, laughing. Tay, sneaking up here to paint again? Do you really think Zola will ever notice you? Tay smiled. One day she will. I'm just waiting for the right moment. Zola adjusted her beats, glanced up toward the rooftop, and for a fleeting moment, their eyes met. Hearts quickened, and under the glowing skyline of Kawana, this rooftop became the beginning of something new, a story where love and the city's neon lights would intertwine. The soft morning light spread over the rooftops of Kawana City. Tay stood beside his graffiti mural, but his thoughts weren't entirely on the colors. They echoed with thoughts of Zola. Why do you always get lost in your silent dreams? Kaya asked, laughing as she held a cup of coffee. Tay smiled and replied, because these dreams aren't ordinary, they're about Zola. Down below, Zola sat with her music equipment, lost in her world behind her headphones. But then, unintentionally, her gaze lifted toward the rooftop, to Tay. For a brief moment, their eyes met. Kaya chuckled. Look at that. Sparks already lighting up the rooftop. Tay grinned. This is just the beginning. Kawana's rooftops are the perfect place to keep our secrets. With the breeze brushing across the roof, the faint hum of the city, and Zola's rhythm filling the air, a quiet connection began to grow between their hearts. On those rooftops, these fleeting moments were only the start of a story painted with colors, melodies, and love. Night had fallen, and the streets of Kawana glowed beneath the wash of neon light. Tay stood on the rooftop before his graffiti mural, surrounded by the scent of spray paint and the cool breeze brushing past. He knew something special was about to happen tonight. Zola removed her headphones, looked up toward the rooftop, and asked softly, Tay, did you paint this mural? It's so expressive. Tay smiled. These aren't just colors, Zola, they're everything I've ever felt for you. I just wasn't sure it was the right time to say it all. Kaya climbed up laughing. Tay, lost in your world again? Think Zola will ever notice you? Zola adjusted her beats, glancing once more toward the rooftop, and for a fleeting moment, their eyes met. Amid the city lights and the pulse of music, a quiet connection formed between their hearts. That rooftop moment was only the beginning, a story of love, emotion, and the shimmering lights of the city, just beginning to unfold. Morning light spread across the rooftops of Kawana City. Tay stood beside his graffiti mural, though his mind wasn't fully on it. Thoughts of Zola echoed restlessly in his head. Just then, Zola's elbow accidentally knocked over a can of spray paint. The burst of color splattered across Tay's mural, smudging and ruining part of it. "Zola," Tay called out from the rooftop, his voice a mix of frustration and a racing heartbeat. Zola looked up in shock. "Oh no, I didn't see that coming. I'm so sorry." Kaya appeared on the roof, laughing. "Well, there it is. Tay, you always said it. City lights and beats can never flow together." Tay took a deep breath and said quietly, "This mural isn't just paint, it's my love and emotions. And now part of it's been ruined." Zola looked up, guilt softening her voice. "I promise I'll help you fix it. I really love this mural. I just can't figure out what you've hidden in it." Tay climbed down to meet her, gently taking her hand. "Everything in it is for you. I was just waiting for the right moment." On that rooftop, surrounded by the city's distant hum and the faint scent of spray paint, a tender tension lingered between them. These moments were only the beginning. The story of love and city lights had just begun. The night light of Kawana had softened into a gentle neon glow across the rooftops. Tay stood before his mural, his heartbeat racing, emotions barely contained. Zola stepped toward the edge of the roof and asked softly, "Tay, do you really feel all this? Is it real, or just another rooftop drama?" Tay took a deep breath. "It's real, Zola. Every color, every stroke, every beat, it's all for you. You've always been the closest to my heart." Zola's eyes shimmered with a mix of surprise, joy, and hesitation. "Tay, I felt something too, but I was never sure that you..." Tay reached out, gently taking her hand. "Just trust me, Zola. This rooftop and every light in this city stands witness to our story." From the corner of the rooftop, Kyle laughed. Finally, Kawana's night just turned unforgettable. Under the soft neon glow, with the city's distant music drifting through the air, the spark between their hearts finally ignited, open and undeniable. That moment, blending love, longing, and the city's lights, marked the true beginning of their story. The night light over Kawana's rooftops melted into a soft neon haze. Tay and Zola's hearts were still glowing with sparks, but in the city's dim edges, a familiar silhouette appeared. Omari, Zola's former lover. Omari stepped onto the rooftop edge and said coldly, "Zola here?" With him, surprise and confusion crossed Zola's face. She wanted to speak, but the rooftop wind stole her words. Tay's voice was calm yet firm. "Omari, this rooftop has witnessed our emotions. Your interference isn't needed here." Omari smirked. "Really? This sudden love? I thought we'd already ended everything." Zola took a deep breath. Omari, you never truly understood, and even now you don't. Tay showed me what you never could see. On the rooftops of Kawana, with the city's distant music and neon lights shimmering around them, the tension reached its peak. Tay took Zola's hand and said, "Ignore him, Zola. We'll write our own story. No shadow from the past can erase our love." Omari turned and walked away quietly, but his silhouette still lingered in the corners of the city. Romantic tension and quiet suspense hung in the air, and the story's drama deepened under the glowing night. The night over Kawana's rooftops felt different. The neon lights shimmered softly, and the distant rhythm of the city played a romantic tune. Tay stood before his mural, his gaze fixed entirely on Zola. Zola stepped closer and asked quietly, "Tay, do you really feel all this? Is it real, or just another rooftop act?" Tay took a deep breath, his emotions glowing beneath the city lights. "Zola, it's real. Every color, every line, every beat, it's all for you. You've always been close to my heart, and now I want you to know I love you. That's the truth." A mix of surprise and joy shimmered in Zola's eyes. She whispered, "Tay, I've felt something too, but I never had the courage to say it." Tay reached out and took her hand. "Just trust me, Zola. This rooftop and every light in the city stands witness to our story." From the edge of the rooftop, Kaya laughed. "Finally, Kawana's night has truly become unforgettable. Under the glow of neon lights, with the rooftop breeze swirling and the city's distant music surrounding them, their hearts melted completely into each other. The romantic spark had finally ignited, and the story's emotion and suspense reached its height. That moment marked the true beginning of their tale, of love, longing, and the lights of the city. The rooftops of Kawana glowed under the soft neon night, but Tay and Zola's hearts were still charged with sparks. Suddenly, from the city's shadows, Omari's silhouette appeared once again, this time closer than before. He stepped onto the rooftop edge and whispered, "You don't understand. Zola, you should know everything I've done for you." Zola's voice trembled with confusion. "Omari, we're over. And this rooftop, it belongs to Tay. Why do you keep coming back?" Tay spoke calmly but firmly. "Omari, this rooftop has witnessed our emotions. The past doesn't matter anymore. We'll write our own story." Omari smirked. "Really? This sudden romance?" "Zola, your confusion is just a game, and Tay's only putting on a rooftop show." Tension rippled through Zola's chest. From the corner, Kaya whispered, "Tay, be careful. Omari's getting too close. These misunderstandings could get worse." Tay tightened his grip on Zola's hand. "Ignore him, Zola. We'll write our own story. No shadow from the past can destroy what we feel. Between the city rooftops and the glowing neon light, Omari's shadow still lingered, and as the night deepened, the romantic tension and suspense grew stronger, pushing the story's drama to new intensity. The rooftops and narrow streets of Kawana glowed with a special light that night. Tay had made a decision. Silence was no longer enough. It was time for a bold move, something that would show Zola that every emotion he felt for her was real. He filled the city's murals and billboards with graffiti messages and QR codes linked to beats, a trail for Zola to follow. Each message carried hidden feelings, secret confessions, and fragments of music woven into color. Zola began scanning the QR codes on her laptop. With every scan, new images of rooftops, streets, beats, and graffiti came to life together. Her expressions shifted at each step: surprise, laughter, and finally, deep emotion. Tay stepped forward on the rooftop, his voice soft but full of meaning. "Zola, you followed them? Every step, every beat, it's the story of my heart. Every smile of yours, every glance, this is all for you." Zola's eyes shimmered with tears and joy. She whispered, "Tay, this is magical. I never imagined you could be this bold and this creative." From the rooftop's edge, Kaya laughed. "At last. Tonight, Kawana City itself stands witness to your real love story." Under the neon glow, where rooftops met the streets, the romantic tension and excitement intensified. The climax was near, and in the next chapter, emotion and intensity would rise even higher. The night sky over Kawana's rooftops shimmered softly under the glow of neon lights. Tay and Zola stood face to face at the center of the rooftop, their eyes locked on each other as the city's sounds and lights seemed to fade into silence. Tay gently took Zola's hand and whispered, "Zola, the rooftops, the murals, the beats, they're all for you. In every color, every line, every rhythm, I've hidden the story of my heart. I want you to stay there forever." Tears of joy and emotion glimmered in Zola's eyes. In a soft voice, she said, "Tay, I've felt everything you've expressed through your rooftops and murals. I just never had the words before, but now I understand it all." Standing beneath the city lights, Tay whispered, "Now, every rooftop and every light in Kawana stands witness to our story. Tonight marks our new beginning." Zola smiled through her tears. "With you, Tay, every rooftop and every neon light feels magical." From the corner of the rooftop, Kaya whispered playfully, "Finally, Kawana's night has truly become unforgettable." As the neon glow mingled with the rooftop breeze and the distant hum of the city's music, their hearts completely melted into one another. Omari's shadow had vanished forever, and the romantic climax was emotionally perfect. The soft morning light spread over the rooftops of Kawana City. Tay stood beside his graffiti mural, but his thoughts weren't entirely on the colors. They echoed with thoughts of Zola. Why do you always get lost in your silent dreams? Kaya asked, laughing as she held a cup of coffee. Tay smiled and replied, because these dreams aren't ordinary, they're about Zola. Down below, Zola sat with her music equipment, lost in her world behind her headphones. But then, unintentionally, her gaze lifted toward the rooftop, to Tay. For a brief moment, their eyes met. Kaya chuckled. Look at that. Sparks already lighting up the rooftop. Tay grinned. This is just the beginning. Kawana's rooftops are the perfect place to keep our secrets. With the breeze brushing across the roof, the faint hum of the city, and Zola's rhythm filling the air, a quiet connection began to grow between their hearts. On those rooftops, these fleeting moments were only the start of a story painted with colors, melodies, and love.